Could you use a quick tip daily? How about a tip that can impact your day? My name is Raphael. Join me as I bring you tips by experts around the world. These experts have shared their knowledge and wisdom with me and will directly share them with you. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and comment, and I would love for you to become part of the New Tip Daily community. Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to Meditation Thursday, New Tip Daily, episode 169. Incredible how time flies, right? And today we are going to be talking about time. So let's consider the reading from Tao 365. Here we go. The river, surging, course, uninterrupted current, headwater, channel, mouth. Can they be divided? Each day, we all face peculiar problems. We must validate our past, face our present, and plan the future. Those who believe that life was better in the old days sometimes are blind to the reality of the present. Oh, I realize my mic is over there. Let's put the mic closer. There it is. Hope you can hear me well. Those who live only for the present frequently have little regard, either precedent or consequence. And those who live only for some deferred reward often strain themselves with too much denial. Thinking of past, present, and future is a useful conceptual technique, but ultimately they must be appropriately balanced and joined. Wow, that's a lot of mumble jumble in the beginning, but it makes a lot of sense. So when we think about time, we do have to consider the past, because the past teaches us so many lessons we can learn from our past mistakes, our past wins, our past endeavors. We can win because if we study the past, it will guide us as to what we should do and how we can plan our todays, but most importantly, how we can plan our tomorrows. I do want to go ahead and light our incense for today. It is Meditation Thursday. And this one I was using yesterday. Today, I want to dedicate today's show to my good friend, Michael Metcalf, who passed away just the other day. He wound up 6 years in a battle that unfortunately he lost just the other day. I was at his funeral yesterday, and it makes you think. And we were not there, and those of us who gathered, we were there to remember how awesome he was, the time we spent with him. And it made me reflect on all the beautiful moments we had together, the things that we did and the things that he did and things that other people shared with me that I had no idea. Like, I didn't know he built guitars. What? I had no idea. And he only built 2 guitars in his time. One he sold, and the other one was by his coffin. And wow, it was absolutely stunning. It was beautiful. It really was beautiful. And you could not tell that it looked like $1 million guitar. It was just amazing. But imagine the amount of time he put into it to make it look so immaculate. The thinking process, the learning curve that he went through. And that happens for all of us, right? When we can create something that we are proud of. We didn't create it like that. Something that we're proud of takes time. So let's say if you're a coach, your coaching modality, the programs that you have festered, the programs that you have put together, they didn't come overnight. And if yours came overnight, I would ask that you review it again because I'm sure that you can make iterations to it. You can fix it, you can make it better because a great work of art takes time. And that's what we're talking about today. So, how do we use time to create a future that we can be proud of? We can use the time to learn a skill. We can use the time and invest ourselves into something, into someone even, right? Into a relationship. We need to have a great relationship. You can't just show up and think it's all great. You have to invest time. You have to invest resources as well. So for me, understanding time time is something that we all know. We know this, but we still waste it. We can never get time back, ever. We all still waste it, me included. Sometimes maybe I don't think, I'll be honest with you, because I love everything I do. I have so many different jobs, if you will, not just over broke jobs, but duties or services that I provide because I have several businesses. And sometimes when I'm providing, giving, sometimes I just need to like chill. So I know every day during my lunchtime, I sit with my loved one and Melanie, and we either talk or we watch something, a show, because we can't talk while we eat. Well, we don't talk while we eat. So we figured, why don't we just watch something? we we watch a show, maybe half-hour show. Maybe if it's an hour show, we only have watch about half hour. Once in a while, we watch the whole thing. But what winds up happening is we spend that time together, being in each other's presence, and we're calm, we're relaxed. We shut the show, and then we talk. And we always talk after the show, sometimes before the show. We're preparing either the meal. She mostly prepares the meals, but sometimes she'll ask me to do certain parts of it, and I will. Other times, I even order in. I said, you know what? That's not, you've been working so hard today. I've been doing so many different things today. And I don't think she works either. I think she just does what she enjoys. So we've been going at it. Let's not take time away and now have to go prepare something. Let's order in. And so I'll go pick it up and we'll have a great meal, but we spend that quality time together. So we are being smart in a way. Not that I recommend this for everybody, but we do sit and we're comfortable. We watch a show that we both like. And by the way, it's streamed, so we don't watch commercials. We don't waste our time on commercials. And we don't have a TV. I mean, we have a TV, but we don't subscribe to a television service. We don't watch cable. We don't watch any of that. It's all subscribed. So we watch something, shut it, come back to it, whatever. And what we do during that time is we eat our food, we share, we always break for a coffee in the middle of it. And then we discuss while we're making our coffees, we discuss certain different things and we go back to the show. And then after the show, we shut it off. We talk about what we're going to be doing next. We talk about what's going on. Did you know this is happening? That's happening. So we have almost like a business meeting after our meal. We've enjoyed, but here's the cool thing, that we are using that time to digest our food. So we are using our time really well because we are sharing something together. We're spending time together. You know, we're sitting there and we're what? Sometimes we reach out, we grab each other's hand, we let each other know that we love each other. And then we discuss things, we plan things, what's happened, what's going to happen, how can we plan. Sometimes even afterwards we'll get our calendars out and we'll see, what are you doing, what am I doing, what can we do together, what's our plans, how we're going to do this. So we plan our day. Maybe we planned it the day before, and then we plan our future events. So one of the things I want to discuss to you today about is why we need to use our time effectively. So planning is huge. A calendar. Look, I have my calendar right here. I'm planning all of I've already got things into September going. I got things all the way to October, November. I even have things planned for December. And I sat with the people that I have plans with, and we scheduled it together so that we can have a great event. I have in one of my businesses, I have people going to black belt. So we planned their practice times together, right? They have to practice on their own because they're going to accomplish something that most people do not. And by the way, they all know that I do not give away a black belt at all. If you don't earn it, you don't get it. Just because you showed up does not mean that you get it. There's a show that we've watched. It's called The Bear. It's about it's a cooking show. And one of the things that they have in their kitchen, it says every second counts. It does. So let's not waste every second of our lives. Don't get me wrong. I do, like I said, we sit down, we know, we plan our lunches, we plan when we're going to do things, and then we disperse because we have things we have to do. For me, and I think for you too, if you plan your day, then no one can change your plans unless you allow it. So you plan your day. Don't allow other people to plan your day. When that happens, you're at their beck and call. Unless you're a doctor on call, you should always plan your day. Listen, I've been a lot of times with doctors, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, listen, they warned me. They say, hey, by the way, I'm on call. I said, totally understand. That means that they're on beck and call. That means if they get a call, they must stop everything because it may be life and death. It may be that they are urgently needed. And sometimes it's just they have to call back, right? Sometimes they have to book it and they have to go either to the hospital or wherever it is. So, are you on someone else's schedule? If you work for someone, yes, you are on their schedule, but that doesn't mean 24 hours a day you're on their schedule. Let's say you work a 9 to 5. From 9 to 5, you're on their schedule. You must do their bidding because they are going to pay you. They're going to give you a paycheck. If I have clients, I'm on their schedule, even though I set the schedule. When I say I'm going to be there, now I'm on their schedule. I've scheduled this time with them. No one else matters. So when I schedule something that is forward thinking, I know what I have to accomplish. I know who I'm going to see or whom. Maybe sometimes there's more than one person. Maybe it's 50 people. Maybe it's a couple of hundred people if I'm going to do a speech, if I'm going to do public speaking. Every time we set ourselves up, we should know what we're setting ourselves up for. Unless you're going on a blind date, then Hopefully, you set yourself up for success. And even on blind dates, I'm going to have another topic on that one, blind dating, and how we can use that to our advantage. And instead of having, like, somebody calling you if the date, no, I think we're going to get into that. Just be honest and say, hey, you know what? I really appreciate you taking the time, but I don't think this date is going to work out for me. Thank you. I appreciate you. And goodbye. So, how do we use our time? Because if you're on a blind date and it's something you were looking forward to, and just that blind date, man, you're like, I wish I was somewhere else. And if you stay there, or maybe you're guilty. You feel ashamed, you feel guilty, and you're letting that steal your time. Every second counts. Remember, Meditation Thursdays, what I need you to do every day, not just on Thursday, take a minute, take 5 minutes, take 10 minutes, take an hour for you. Take an hour for you. Take a minute for you and breathe. Breathe. We've gone through different breathing patterns. Last week we talked about a 2-to-1 breathing pattern, right? Or actually a 1-to-2 breathing pattern. So you take your breath in, you hold it, say, for a count of 4. You breathe in for 4, you hold it for 4, you let it out in 8 count, and you hold it for a count of 4. That's a 1-to-2 ratio. And that's a different way to breathe. I ask you to take care of you daily, not once in a while. They just had a study, and I think I'm going to have a conversation about that as well. And they had a study where they said Weekend Warrior is a great way to be in shape. And it helps with your heart, helps with cancer, helps with all these different things. But only working out 2 days a week, and you have to do a certain amount of minutes within a certain amount of time. I think that's a lot of pressure. But that's just my feelings. And we're going to talk about that at one point. Thank you for today. I truly, truly appreciate you being here. If you like the show, even if you don't like the show and you stumbled upon it, let me know. What do you think? So, when we consider our time, thank you for spending time with me. If you watch this on the replay, thank you for watching it. I know your time is extremely valuable, and you should spend your time wisely. Thank you for being here with me. I truly appreciate you. Please like, share, and subscribe to the show, and definitely share it with your loved ones. Follow me on social media. I post every single day on fitness. Go to my Instagram, Fitness by Raphael. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I don't have a coach coming on, but I'm going to talk by myself. Hopefully, you will be listening. I will see you tomorrow. Have an exceptional day. Bye-bye.